Mentive is an online social networking app that sparks collaboration and personal connection between college students across the United States. Hi, I'm Max, mentor at Mentive. Today, for this video update number 4 of the BizWorld video journaling, I would like to explain two topics today, and they are app design that we've been working on, as well as how we're going to acquire customers and the type of process we're going to have in place so that we can convert those customers to paid customers. We'll get to that in a little bit for our financing structure that we've decided on. So the first being app design, we have created, Ishan and I, the Vice President of Technology, we have created a strategy for the user interface and user design of the Mentive online app, as well as the mobile app for your phone. So we have a plan to kind of go along each step of the way in terms of like designing each page and all of the buttons and all the features and what's going to go in the app and how it's going to flow for the user. And we have also designed some preliminary wireframes, which are clickable designs, not coded, but just designed in certain software where you can kind of show it on the screen to a potential user and have them click through it, gather some feedback, and use that feedback to iteratively design on the wireframe itself. And then eventually, we will use all of that to kind of prototype our way into a final product, which we hope to launch sometime around November, December. Second thing, we're planning on getting students by having a mentive.org website. Right now it's up and running with students that can sign up with their name and email, and this will pretty much tell us whether or not, based on how many people sign up, whether it's a viable product and whether our ideas are marketable. Currently, we have almost 200 signups from college students from UC Berkeley, Cal Poly, Cornell, and we are posting on social media. We are continuously contacting these students through email, and eventually, once we have a prototype of our app online, because it's a little bit hard to put an app into the App Store on the iPhone. So that's a little bit further down the line. But for now, just a website app that we will create a prototype for, launch in November, December. We will use the emailing list that we have to contact those students and to test it out. So that's a good plan. And we're also currently in the talks right now with college faculty, especially at Ishan and I's campus, Cal Poly, where we're trying to figure out how we can get some student information. Now, this is pretty crucial to the development of the Mentive app and kind of what its secret sauce is in terms of connecting two students together. What we need in order to do that is we need information on those students. So as people use the app when it's fully ready, they will provide user data into the app so that we can look at it and create algorithms that learn from the data, and they can connect students in the best way possible, similar to a dating website. But in the meantime, we don't have an app to give students. What we have are designs, and what we also have is the schools themselves, which can help us. They can give us information, anonymous information, about the school's existing tutoring services. So Ishan and I, for example, are talking with the faculty for a couple of different colleges within Cal Poly. So the College of Business in particular has a pretty big, extensive tutoring service in place that's free to students, and we know that is competition. But what we want to do is we want to a propose to them what we're working on in hopes that we can somehow partner with them and we can maybe create software for Cal Poly themselves and maybe also other we can do the same for other college campuses. And in doing this, we can kind of create our business as a software as a service along with our, B2C kind of having students individually sign up to be a tutor or a tutee. And this will create perhaps another revenue stream for us. And it'll allow us to gather more information about the students in general, about how they like tutoring, what their thoughts are towards it, what kind of system and tutoring system works best for them, et cetera, et cetera. And so hopefully we can partner somehow with Cal Poly to begin with, because that's the school closest to Ishan and I. For the rest of the team, they're at school right now, and they're going to be doing the same as well. So really exciting stuff. Moreover, what we really want to try to do right now is get the prototype out as soon as possible. And if we want to get this prototype out as soon as possible and start collecting some beta testing feedback from customers, what we need to do is we need to create a freemium software model. Now, this is something that is going to be quite scary, but I can assure investors that this is actually a good thing, because so the freemium model means that you have a software, whether that's B2B or B2C, and usually B2C though, when you have a software where you kind of like create an account and you're getting something from that app, some type of functionality that is really special. There will be two different accounts. There will be a free account to first sign up for and have some type of free trial. And then on top of that, maybe once the trial runs out, you'll be prompted to pay for a premium service, which will allow you to continue use. Or maybe if the free trial it doesn't have enough functionality, maybe the premium account will allow you to do much more with it. That is what we want to do with Mentive. At first, when we create a prototype, it'll be easiest just for a minimum viable product and getting that out there to create an app that has this freemium model. And that'll allow us to gather as many users as possible on the app so that we can start to grow and scale. B, our mission is to connect students together and create a collaborative environment in person, meeting online and then going in person. So one of the very special things that we absolutely need are algorithms to essentially take in user data from maybe surveys that they complete or bios that they have and posts that they have on the Mentive app. So the more and more data we have on these students, the more that we can tailor and filter what they see and what is sent to them so that we can best find matches for these students and kind of present it. this data that we need needs to be extensive. And the only way we're going to get it is if we have a flooding the gates scenario where as many college students as possible are creating accounts and kind of using the app, no matter what they're doing on the app, as long as they're using it and as long as we can kind of analyze how they're using it, what subjects they might be using it for. Maybe they're not even looking for in-person tutoring. Maybe they're just looking for a discussion page for a particular class that they're looking for, where they can get some extra homework help, just kind of from other friends on a posting social feed format. And we won't know any of this stuff. We won't be able to do this customer development unless we have as many students as possible to begin with. Now, freemium models are particularly bad if you and do not generate revenue if you don't have very many customers, because the conversion rate between the free trial and the premium account is very small. But in order for us to make that high, what we need to do is we need to talk to investors about how they can help us, um, you know, supplement our, or I guess compensate for our losses that we're going to have in the very beginning because of this freemium model. After we have enough users in place on the platform, maybe around the thousands, tens of thousands, we are going to expect exponential revenue growth. And that is just one part of why we kind of want to do a freemium model. And we've thought a lot about it. So all in all, I think that we have a really good start going. We're going to be pitching on October 4th in, I think, San Francisco. We are preparing for that. We're preparing our pitches. We're preparing what we're going to have on our table for our demo booth. And we're thinking about maybe having a couple of computers or tablets with the fully finished app designs and app wireframes that we're going to have investors scroll through and kind of pretend that they're a customer, and maybe potentially we could heighten their day and show that we're a promising company and get some investor money, which will help us kind of get the max amount of users in the beginning. Ishan and I are going back to college in a couple of days, and we're going to be able to meet up and collaborate more on taking these designs and turning them into code. That's what we'll be doing. And once we have a fully functioning app, we're going to start, submitting it to the App Store for the iPhone and Android phones as well. And then we'll have a fully functioning prototype app on our website at mentive.org. So that's about it for this video update. This may or may not be the last update before the competition. I'll try to get another one in, maybe with Ishan when we meet up in person. So with that being said, thank you very much, and I am looking forward to pitching. Thank you.